Hi, I'm Lindsay Willier. I'm Cree from the Sucker Creek First Nation. I'm an actor, a model, a social activist, and an entrepreneur. So why are you here? Well, maybe because you have a business idea and you want to know if you can make it work. Maybe you want to take over a family business. Maybe you don't have a business idea, but you like the idea of being independent and growing on your own. Maybe you want to be inspired and to be a source of inspiration and to be a leader and role model in your community. These are all good reasons why to consider being an entrepreneur. But being an entrepreneur isn't for everyone. A great entrepreneur needs to be able to juggle many things at once. Often, you need to work long hours and need to understand and practice great customer service, all at once. On behalf of the Native Women's Association of Canada Business Videos, I'm going to go through a series of training topics to explain what it means to be an entrepreneur, as well as some of the essential tools you will need to grow your business successfully. Each video will start with me at the beginning, giving you an overall explanation of some of the training topics. Then we're going to cut to a panel of some amazing Indigenous female entrepreneurs that will share some insight for you based on their own real experiences. Learn from the women who are really living it. Let's meet our guests. All right, well, let's get to know our guests a little bit better. Could you tell me where you're from, what your business is, and how you got started?
Sure. My name is Amber George, and I'm from the Wet'suwet'en Nation in northern British Columbia. I'm an award-winning hairdresser. I've been doing hair for about 18 years, and I am also a salon owner. I own Verve Hair Lounge in North Vancouver, British Columbia, and I've been a salon owner for 7 years. And how that came to be was sort of a really strange roundabout method, but it was essentially sort of the next logical step in my career path. I had been a leader of salons, like either in a director role or I actually led like an entire department. So it was sort of like the next stage in my career. But I didn't really recognize that until I got offered a job in Washington, D.C. to head up a chain company as the director of education. And so I went through the entire process and realized, A, I didn't want to work in Washington, D.C. I wanted to stay in beautiful Vancouver. And secondly, that the jobs that they were wanting me to do weren't actually going to grow me. And they were essentially like running the business. So I was like, well, if I'm qualified for this role, which I felt very much so, then I'm ready to start my own company. And I was in a place in my career where I had like left my previous job and was sort of trying to figure out what the next stage was. I mean, doing anything for 2 decades, you know, like you kind of need to like figure out where your path is. So it just became logical. And I think because I am a 3rd generation, I think I resisted being an entrepreneur a little bit because I seen what this type of struggle that my family went through to get their businesses off the ground. But yeah, I have no regrets about it. I think it was the best decision and it was definitely meant to be. It was a really hard thing to get off the ground, but very successful nonetheless, so yeah.
My name is Shosho Esquiro. I'm Cascadene. I'm from the Yukon, from a very small community, Ross River, and I'm a fashion designer and an artist. And this is something, because both of my parents are artists, so it's something I always knew that I wanted to do. And I think I resisted maybe a little bit because, again, I come from like entrepreneurs. So I kind of I managed clothing stores, and then I was approaching 30 and I was in New Zealand sitting underneath the Milky Way. And I thought, well, geez, like I have to stop talking about this and actually put something into action. Because I didn't want to be turning 30 and still saying shoulda, coulda, woulda. So I did, and I started doing, I came back and I quit my job, and I started kind of slowly getting my name out and working in the community. And then the Olympics came and I was able to take part in a fashion show. And then it kind of just snowballed from there. And like, again, any opportunity you get, really make sure you do your best at it. And also that your best work is out there So it was a long road, but I'm very grateful that I took that chance, and I'm very lucky to be here with you guys. Thank you
We're
for
lucky
having
to
me.
have you here. Thank you, ladies.